Hello everyone. I will demonstrate to you general features and attachment of the second cervical vertebra. This is the second cervical vertebra. It is also known as the axis because the odontoid process acts as a pivot around which atlus rotate. Like this. This is the atlus, the axis vertebra. Then rotate. Odontoid process acts as the pivot around which the atlus. So this is called the axis vertebrae. Now axis vertebrae typical in the lower part and atypical in the upper part. Now it is characterized by three features. Number one, odontoid process. Okay. Number two, weight bearing the superior articular facet. Number three, very massive bifid spine, like this, the massive bifid spine. Okay. Now the odontoid process of dance project upward from the body and represent the antrum of the atlus. This is the atlus. This is the atlus vertebrae. This is the body of centrum of atlus. It has detached. It has fused with body of axis vertebrae. It has detached and fused with the axis vertebrae. It is articulated in front by the oval facet. It has articulated front by the oval facet with the anterior arch of the atlus. Let me show you. This is anteriorly oval articular facet with come in contact with posterior aspect of the anterior arch. Let me show you. This is anterior arch of the atlus and this posterior aspect of the anterior arch with come in contact with by oval articular facet of dens. The transverse ligament of atlus lodges in a groove behind the dens. This dens, behind the dens is groove present here. The transverse ligament attaches in tubercle, one medial to the lateral masses of the dens. This is atlus. This is the two lateral masses or just medially lateral masses is bony tubercle. This is bony tubercle and attached in bony tubercle. This is called transverse ligament. And attach the odontoid process in anterior arch, and this transverse ligament come to form the complete ring that will be lodges which behind the odontoid process together to form the medial atlanto axial joint, which is the pivot variety of synovial joint. Let me show you diagram. This is lateral masses, two lateral masses and two just medial to the lateral masses. This is the bony tubercle, and this bony tubercle attach the transverse ligament of atlus and this anterior arch. Between the anterior arch and transverse ligament, this is called odontoid process. This to form the complete R-ring together form the medial atlanto-axial joint, which is pivot variety of synovial joint. Now tip of the dens. Now tip of the dens is connected to the anterior margin of the foramen by apical ligament, which is also called the apical ligament of dens, which said to be the remnant of the notochord. Let me show you. This is foramen magnum. This is nonobasalis, and this anterior margin of the foramen magnum is attached to the anterior margin of foramen magnum, the apical ligament of the dens. And additional, the pair of the alar ligament diverge from the dens and are anchored to the lateral margin of the foramen magnum. Let me show you. This is foramen magnum, and this anchor of the foramen magnum is attached to the margin of the anchor. This is called pair of the alar ligament. Let me show you in the diagram. This is second cervical vertebra. This is the superior articular facet, this is the odontoid process, and tip of the odontoid process is attached in the apical ligament, and either side of the odontoid process. This is called LR ligament. That LR ligament, they provide stability of the skull. Now, superior articular facet are weight bearing and they anchor on the side of the body and overhang the foramen transversarium. They are superior articular facet and overhang the foramen transversarium. This superior articular facet overhang the foramen transversarium. Then superior articular facet lie in the more anterior plane than inferior articular facet. The superior articular facet lie more anterior plane than lie inferior articular facet. Now the bifid spine, the massive bifid spine, and receive in additional to the ligamentum nuchae. This ligamentum nuchae and attach in the bifid, this bifid spine. In additional, they are 5 pair of the muscle are attached in this bifid spine. Number 1, rectus capitis posterior major, one of the forming the suboccipital triangle, and inferior capitis oblique capitis inferior, semispinal cervicis, multifidus and rotatus. I am repeating. Number 1, rectus capitis posterior major. Number 2, oblique capitis inferior. 3, semispinal cervicis. 4, multifidus, and 5, rotatus. Now each transverse process is smallest in comparison to the other cervical vertebrae, and the tip of the directly laterally and downward. This transverse process is the very smallest second cervical vertebrae compared to the other cervical vertebrae. The tip directly downward and small laterally. Now rest of the attachment, lamina, transverse process and body similar the typical cervical vertebrae. Thank you.